How do plants prepare their food and how do they eat? This kind of question just hit you out of nowhere in the middle of the night when you realize that you didn't listen to your teacher while she's tackling this. Well, this informative, engaging, interactive, creative video will help you answer that question.
Photosynthesis is simply a process of making glucose, in which we all know is the source of energy for most cells. Using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. The process starts when carbon dioxide enters the stomata.
Most of its process takes place in the unique organelle that is only present in plant cells called chloroplast. In chloroplast, photosynthesis goes through two stages. First is light-dependent reaction, second is light-independent reaction. The first stage is dependent on light as it starts when photons from sunlight strikes the leaf. Then it excites the chlorophyll and activates electrons.
If you're wondering what chlorophyll is, then Google it, you lazy.
Back to the process. The dissolved water is then split into hydrogen and oxygen ions. This is where oxygen is generated. The activated electron then goes through the electron transport chain as it leads to collecting the hydrogen ions in the thylakoid membrane.
As the concentration gradient of the protons decreases in the ATP synthase, then ADP and pi are combined to form adenosine triphosphate or ATP. ATP is an energy molecule that cells use like currency to release energy. The electron transport chain mentioned earlier will end up combining with NADP plus to form NADPH. It is also an energy molecule to be used later. So, the product of the first stage are oxygen released from the leaves, ATP, and NADPH.
The difference of ATP and NADPH is just the amount of energy molecules that they release. That's it.
Now let's proceed to the second stage, the light-independent reaction. This reaction can take place in the absence of light. It can also take place in the light as it uses the energy from the first stage to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. The conversion of carbon dioxide into glucose is intricate as it is a series of reactions that begins with 3-ribulose biphosphate or RUBP and constantly end up with the same molecule that is glucose. This series of reactions is a cycle that is known as the Calvin cycle, where it needs 6 carbon dioxide molecules and 6 water molecules powered by the energy from the sun to produce glucose and 6 oxygen molecules.
That is where the process of photosynthesis ends. It produces glucose for itself and oxygen for us humans. And we're positive that we answered your question. Pay attention to your Zoom meetings so that we don't have to do any more videos like this.
Ну-ка, блядь!